Okay, so it's that time. It's that special time of year that always happens on my channel round about this time. I've been doing the same thing for about 3 years now. Kind of started out with Modern Warfare 3, obviously, where I started my channel on, and now we're down to Call of Duty Ghosts, when I kind of hit about November and I give a sort of summary about my past experiences with the previous game and talk about the highs, the lows and the in-betweens. So that's what I'm prepared to do now. Now, in the background you can see a little bit of game footage from Call of Duty Ghosts. It's actually my final bit of game footage that I managed to find somewhere. I literally had to scour through so much gigabyte of fucking gameplay from every Call of Duty, and I couldn't find a single Call of Duty Ghost gameplay anywhere. And I know a few might say, well, why didn't you just play a little game and upload that? Well, obviously, as you know, my Call of Duty disc is somewhere in some tip. Maybe it's been used as landfill. I don't know. Snapped it up, gone, finished. So yeah, I couldn't get the gameplays and I just couldn't find anything. But this gameplay in the background I was saving on one of my memory sticks. Excuse me as I just bang my hand on the desk. Ouch. Yeah, this gameplay was saved on one of my memory sticks, and it was actually an Everybody Loves Riley clip that I never quite got around to using, and it was a half decent one as well, but I couldn't get around to using it. You know, I didn't want to do any more fucking Ghosts gameplays or Ghost commentaries, and when I did do them it was talking about something completely different. So yeah, I never quite used this, but I held on to the footage so you can have this, and I'm pretty sure this commentary is going to go on for so long that there'll be something alternative coming afterwards. So enjoy the bite fest that is Everybody Loves Riley. You just haven't got the music, sorry about that. So yeah, the summary. Now let's kind of take it back to the start. So let's go right back to the beginning of last November, when I was waiting outside that shop at about 2 minutes to midnight, and I was literally, I was wetting my pants. I was wetting my panties like a little boy, waiting for that game, thinking, I can't wait. You know, my wife, she was staying at a friend's house. She took the daughter with her. I was standing outside with a can of Monster, drinking it, trying to get my energy levels up, because I intended to play a severe night's worth of gaming and bring some uploads and footage and everything else. So I was really excited. I was super excited, one might say. And yeah, I went into the shop and I was like, he said, what was it you ordered? I said, the hardened edition. Oh yes, we've got yours here. There you go. Thank you very much. See you next time when you trade the fucking thing in. And I was like, thank you. So I walked out, got in the car, and I looked in this little goodie bag. I thought, oh, I can't wait to get home. I've just got to drive. And I drove to my, well, I couldn't start my fucking car to start off with, which pissed me off. But then eventually got my car started. It was all good. Got back home, opened the box. All these goodies in there, you know, a bracelet, which I love, and I still love now, even though I look gay in it. But yeah, there was a bracelet in there, and there was a hardened edition, and then I saw this install disc, and straight away I thought, maybe this has got something to do with those dedicated servers they talked about. You know, the dedicated servers that never were. Yeah, that was what I thought. I thought this must be to do with that, because I've never seen this before. So I put the install disc in, and I waited for a, you know, small period of time. When I made a drink, came back, okay, let's roll with this. And I started recording the gameplay. And I actually uploaded the first gameplay, which I believe, if I remember right, was possibly on Stonehaven. And yeah, so that was my introduction to Call of Duty Ghosts. Stonehaven was the first map. And funnily enough, this is the irony, I actually thought, I like this. I like this map. This is different. I've never experienced a map like a castle like this, in such big grounds, big openings, such wonderful architecture. This is going to be good. This is going to be one of those maps to watch. Yes, it certainly was, but for very wrong reasons indeed. It was one of those maps to watch and go, oh my god, fucking outvote this, I do not want to play Stonehaven. But all the little thermal fanboys were like, oh no, Stonehaven, fantastic. Let's just find somewhere quiet to sit and scope people as they thermally show up. And you know, it's like kind of moving very quickly onto perks and things. This is one of the things that makes me laugh about the whole Call of Duty Ghost thing. And like I say, this commentary is going to go on for a fucking long time, so I don't know how many gameplays are going to be here. But it's like, you know, I found eventually, okay, the thermal things are pissing me off. I've got my setup, I've got my perks that I like to use, I don't use any others. There was about 5 to 6 perks that I used. Everything else, I can't even remember half of them. They were that boring and pointless. But I thought, okay, incognito, that's clearly what I need. I won't show up on thermal, I will just be a complete invisible entity, and I can creep up on these thermal bastards and give them the lesson that they need. And have you ever noticed that when you do show up in a kill cam, somebody with a thermal can shoot you down, and when you show up in the kill cam, You're like a big black fucking shadow ghost. You're like Shadow Man running towards them. And it's like, well, I might as well just fucking glow up white and have some perks that I actually enjoy using, as opposed to using one that's 3 points to bloody use and not get any benefit out of it because it doesn't fucking actually work. It's just so ineffective. I always said the best thermal ever in any Call of Duty game that I've played was in Black Ops. Black Ops 1, where it was kind of green and red and uncomfortable because people wouldn't use it because it was just so horrible to look down. I don't think I've ever, apart from, I believe it was Sharpshooter, I think that's the only time I've ever used that thermal. And it was like if you picked a gun up, you know when you switch over guns and you cycle and then you have, I don't know, some LMG that's got thermal on it, you think, oh shit, I've got to put up with this for about a minute now. Fantastic. Please cycle, please cycle. Oh great, here we go. What have we got? Akimbo fucking pistols with ACOGs? What the fucking use is that? So, yeah, you know, a lot of the perks kind of never really had a place for me. Another one was like that, I don't know what it's called, like ICU or something like that, you know, the letter IC and a U, I don't know. And it's like a painkiller. That's how much I know about these things. I could probably do the fucking history and do my homework on it, but I don't actually care enough to do that. But it was like a painkiller and everybody thought it was going to be painkiller before the game came out. And eventually what it turned out to be is that you regenerate your health faster after being injured or shot. And you kind of look at it and think, well, why? Why would you even equip that? Why would you equip that in a game where your health, or whatever it is, your health is so low or the bullets are so damaging, so you generally die in 2 bullets and you don't even have time to fucking bat an eyelid before you die? Why would you put on something that regenerates your health? I mean, surely to God, you come around a corner, somebody's hard scoping you with a thermal M27, they put enough in you to fucking put you near death, you take some refuge around a corner, you probably process your fucking health back together about maybe a second quicker than you normally would do, only to step out and get mowed down anyway. Pointless perks for a pointless game. And there was things in there that obviously never really had a counter, like the IED, for example. You know, I mean, okay, and one of the perks I ended up using a lot was sitrep. Very handy indeed. Apart from the fact that some of the IEDs were very difficult to spot, especially if they were thrown in water or something like that. But, you know, all the same, the sitrep perk has saved my ass a few times. But one of the things that always annoyed me, and this is where other games have been quite clever and they've had some street smarts about it, is that there was actually no counter. So say for the sake of argument, I don't know, Black Ops 2, for all of its faults, Engineer was a handy thing to have, because if you walked over a Bouncing Betty, if you had Engineer and Tac Mask, you could walk through a Shock Charge and a Bouncing Betty combination, and it would put a delay on the Bouncing Betty, as it did do in Modern Warfare 3. Exactly the same process. Bouncing Betty, Stalker, anything that's kind of trigger activated, you had that counter to it. So if you walked in a room and it was there, oh, I've just clicked something off, let's get the fuck out of here before it explodes. And then some poor unfortunate teammate of yours comes running in behind you and thinks, oh, it's safe in there. It's safe to go in. He's gone in fine. And oh, he fucking let that off. Thank you very much. Thank you for that. With your Stalker, why didn't I put Stalker on? Oh, I did, but he let it off anyway, so it wouldn't have mattered. So yeah, going back to the ID. So say for the sake of argument, you've got sitrep on, and you walk into a doorway, there's some stairs. As you get to the top of the stairs, shit, there's the ID at the top of the stairs. How do I get round it? How do I get round this IED? Literally, these stairs are my only port of call. The way the guy's placed it is very, very cleverly and strategically just above the top step, so I can't, you know, if I try and get up there and shoot it, I'm going to fucking die because it's going to explode in my face. If I try and run past it, I'm dead. I can't get a safe refuge back far enough to take it out and get in there anyway, so I'm going to have to go this way. Oh, there's another fucking ID there. I'm screwed. You know, overuse of equipment. They made equipment far too dominant, far too powerful, and far too easy to, you know, an easy choice to use. And this was the thing. I know they've used them in other Call of Duties. I know Black Ops 2 gets a little bit abused when it comes to people who want to camp positions out. They throw the Bouncing Betty Shock Charge combination down. But if you put that in, you know, Engineer or Tac Mask combination on, you can just walk straight through it and fucking teach them a lesson they'll never forget. And same with Modern Warfare 3. In Modern Warfare 3, it almost became pointless to throw a Bouncing Betty down because everybody had Stalker on. So it was just a waste, and that's why everybody seemed to run C4s or knives, or not so much frag grenades and Semtex, because they were kind of useless. So it's kind of bad use and bad engineering of, you know, the choices really. And I know they gave this nerf where if you walk in and you see an ID, you know, you can kind of jump over it and survive. Did it always work? Did it fuck? I'm sorry. I think the last game I played before I broke the disc was down to that happening, and I think it happened twice in a game where I saw the ID on the floor, jump, bang, fly through the air with my fucking legs around my neck. So there was a lot of things in there that did need an attentive eye. It needed somebody to scan over it, needed a group of people to scan over it, and it needed regular attention, but we never got that, and that was my other problem with it. You know, I've said before, for Black Ops 2 and Treyarch and all of their faults and the way that game worked and the mechanics, the one thing they did do was that they incorporated a patch each and every month, even if it had things in there that we didn't want to know about or didn't affect our game. They tried to do something, whereas I think Call of Duty Ghosts has had maybe 3 patches in total, maybe 2, 3, I don't know. There's just been hardly anything, and that, you know, sort of figures when you see Mark Rubin. Remember that guy we talked about, Mark Rubin, that chap? And you know, you see his Twitter and it's like, hey guys, Call of Duty Ghost, don't forget to buy it and rate and all this shit. And then that's the last fucking tweet you ever see of a man who just disappeared like the Scarlet Pimpernel. Or you've got his sidekick, the very, very delectable and beautiful, what was her name? Tina, whatever, Tina. That fucking Tina bitch. The one who posted the pictures of cupcakes and muffins. It's like, Tina, your game's broken. This has happened here and this needs fixing. Here, have a look at this lovely muffin with chocolate chips and sprinkles and lovely wrapping around the edge. Isn't it wonderful? Get the fuck out of here. You're supposed to be running a game. Can you imagine any other kind of industry where that would be run by management? Can you imagine the, you know, the hierarchy of management looking down at their, I suppose, staff and saying, how are they performing this month? Let's have a look. Oh, the people aren't very happy with it. Our customers are not happy with this. Well, what's our management doing about it? Posting pictures of fucking muffins and cookies? Are you kidding me? Out the door. Thank you very much. There's your P45. Go and get a fucking job or get some benefits. I don't know. Sell your body. Do whatever. So I don't know. You know, there's so much that you could go on and on and on and on with this game. I could make this into a 40, 50 fucking 2-hour commentary about the negatives. I guess I've got to kind of try and look at the positives and think about, you know, the good things. Let me think. Yeah. Oh, maybe. Oh no, there wouldn't be that because that gun. Oh yeah, I'll tell you what. I did like the gun, the AK. Oh no, actually they nerfed that. No, I'm stuck. I'm fucked. Ah, no. Oh, I tell you what. Actually, there is one thing. There's one thing I can actually say that I got some positivity back from Call of Duty Ghosts. And that is that it made for some good laughs. It made for some good videos for me. The Riley series, you know, the Riley series was quite popular. People enjoyed watching that, and some of the rage and fouls that, you know, the clips I've used from that. There were some what the fuck moments that kind of helped me to throw some decent videos up. That's about it. I can't really think of anything else that actually made me enjoy it. I found it boring to play. I found it boring to watch. Even on some of the games when, you know, I pulled 30 pluses, 40 pluses TDM, I would sit there and I'd just be like, can I even be bothered to fucking record that? No, I'll just go into the next game. You know, if that was any other Call of Duty big game, you'd be like, whoa, I'm going to save that footage. Hang on, don't choose the next map yet, guys. Let me just get that. Click, record, rename. Okay. 43 for 0. Flawless. Fantastic. Click, 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 enter. All I can say is, it made me go back and play Black Ops 2 for a year. That's how far it pushed me. Apocalypse done.